Christy.
And this is Shelby.
And we're from Bitch Please. Welcome back to another episode.
Hey!
We've been gone for a little bit. We needed to recoup.
We did. We took a little bit of a hiatus for the last couple weeks. Week before health issues, week 2 health issues and hurricane-ish.
Hurricane-ish.
I feel like I didn't get anything, but I also have like some witchy voodoo here going on.
So where she lives, it's exempt from rain, hurricanes, any type of storm. It could be raining everywhere else, but Shelby is the chosen one.
Which is wild because like I used to lose power all the fucking time.
Girl. Every time I'm like, oh, it's pouring down rain, you're like, I don't know, it's shiny over here. The sun is great.
It's great.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Just our area. Cool.
But we're back. We're back. Probably not a lot of people are going to be in this live today, which is cool because it was kind of sort of like, fuck it. We'll just go do it.
Pretty much.
See what happens.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
So we're here. How are your screws?
They're actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, my screws are actually really good. They're just good. I've got like I'm getting my house in order. I'm getting my shit together, and it just feels good. Everything feels good at where I'm at in my life and what's going on. And you know, there's obviously health stuff that I've been going through and stuff like that, and which I think at some point maybe we should talk about, like just
aging and your body giving a fuck.
And then changing and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean it's been good. I'm just getting my life together. Like you're getting your life together right now.
Love it. I'm trying.
It's a good time. It's a great time. How are your screws?
My screws are good today. A little frazzled.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not frazzled. My screws are good.
Yeah.
It's been a. I feel like I've been working really hard this week, which has been weird. Like I haven't been doing anything extra. I haven't had like any crazy number of cases over anybody else, but I just feel like I've been working like really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My screws are good. My birthday was just last week.
Yes, it was.
So your girl is, I don't even know if I'm mid-30s anymore.
Yeah,
am I still
technically mid-30s?
When do you consider late 30s?
Probably like 38.
Oh, okay. 39. So I'm in my mid-30s still.
Yeah.
And I did something that I had never done before. I participated in an art battle at the Arena Art Bar out here in Florida. It was a contest where pretty much you had 8 artists and 4 would go at a time, and it would be the first round was 30 minutes. Actually, the first 2 rounds were 30 minutes, and they would choose 2 artists out of that group, and then those 4 artists would compete against each other for 45 minutes, and they would paint another piece. So you're trying to create a piece in 30 minutes and in 45 minutes, which was stressful for me.
Interesting. It was cool though.
It was really cool. It was actually really cool to participate in, but I was so nervous.
Yeah, you were.
Shaking nervous. Like I don't like people watching me, which
is so funny, but there's like they're not physically here.
They're not physically here, but I just when people are like watching me do something, it freaks me out, especially because with painting specifically, I'm kind of just in my little vibe. I'm taking stuff down, putting it back, but you kind of have to focus.
Yeah.
And like I went in with the plan. Me and Shelby went to the beach. I changed my whole thought process on what I was going to do. I was like, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
And then it fell apart.
Yeah.
It completely fell apart.
But she still did a beautiful piece that ended up selling.
It did sell.
The same fucking night.
It did.
Hers and one other piece sold.
Well, there was actually a couple that sold that night.
Okay. Whatever. But her painting sold, and that's the one that matters.
Yeah, it did sell, and I was very geeked about it. I was kind of confused because I was like, girl, I just made this like 30 minutes ago. Are you sure you want this? Like,
I know.
Are you sure you want this?
When she came up to you and asked you were like, I was
like, are you sure you want my painting? She's like, yeah. I said, you know which one I made, right?
Girl. Like, I was like, Dietrich, shut up. Shut up and just sell the painting.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. But I'm glad I did it. And I thought it was a good choice for my birthday.
Yeah.
Because this year I'm really focusing on putting my art out there and going to more art events, doing more art things, and just being more seen when it comes to my artwork. And so I thought it was very fitting to do something to bring that in, to kind of set the precedent for the year to come.
Yeah.
So it took me a minute though. I wasn't going to do it.
Really?
I wasn't, because I was nervous, because I was like, that's too short of a time period. I know how my thought process is.
Yeah.
I know I will put something down, take it up to put it, and I was really nervous. I really went back and forth on it, but I did end up deciding to do it because I was like, you know what, girl, you really want art to be like in the forefront.
Yeah.
Along with this.
Yeah.
But you know, art to be in the forefront of the stuff that you're doing, you got to put yourself out there. And so I chose to do it. And it turned out cool.
Yeah, it was
I
such
would
a
definitely
cool time.
participate again.
It was such a cool time.
Yeah, it was a really cool time. I enjoyed it. So I liked it for that. But yeah, good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, it's always good to like, I feel, bring on your birthday or around your birthday, bring in that new year, because it's like everybody's own personal new year. You know what I mean? And it's like, bring that new year in with like your intentions, like what you want to do for yourself, what you want to do in your life. And I'm just like, I think it's really cool.
I honestly, I feel so great, and I feel so, I don't want to say inspired. I mean, yes, inspired because I saw so many great artists, which was cool. Everybody has a different style, which is also really neat. But I felt like that push to be like, all right, girl, like I feel more focused when it comes to doing my artwork, and I have like laid out a whole 2 collections.
Oh my god,
I am so geeked. So yeah,
it's gonna be great.
I'm super
excited.
I'm really excited.
And she's about to have another art piece in
so Saturday, if you're in the Orlando area,
although this will be put out
never mind.
So if you're not in the live, you won't know. But
yeah, if you're not in the live, you won't know. But if you're in the live, Saturday there is another art event. It's a Halloween themed exhibit, and it is also at Arena Art Bar. It will be different themes of Halloween type of artwork by a bunch of different artists. So if you guys are in the Orlando area and want to, not be in the club and want to go see some artwork, there's going to be music there, so you can shake your ass to some pieces,
Art piece in general.
Art, yeah.
Just an art piece in general.
Yeah. So,
love that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to be there.
It's going to be a good time.
I want to do all the Halloween stuff this year.
I do too.
Like, I want to go to the Petrified Forest, which is up the street.
Yeah.
I don't care about Halloween Horror Nights.
I don't either,
I already did Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and that was cool.
It's more for the kids.
Mm-hmm. The kids had a good time.
That's all
the
that
kid
matters.
had a good time.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, it was
yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah,
but I want to do more Halloween stuff this year.
Yeah,
like do a Halloween party, go to a Halloween party.
Well, there's 2. There's 2 that we were talking about. I don't know the other one. I don't know what day it's on yet. I didn't check the messages, but I'm pretty sure it's around that same time.
Yeah.
But I want to get dressed up and like go out somewhere. I already have my one costume in my head. I don't have it all, but I have a couple pieces.
What I would do as a costume.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many options.
I have a whole steampunk costume in the closet.
There you go.
I might do that.
You just need another costume.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a corset and some steampunk stuff that we could do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Steampunk it is.
Yes. So, and then I have my other outfit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should wear that again though. I wore that corset a couple Halloweens ago.
So
that's a corset.
Who's really gonna pay attention?
Who's really gonna snatches me? So
hello.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. I want to do a bunch of Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Halloween
Me too.
and spooky stuff lately.
Yeah.
I started watching the
Bly Manor,
but what was the one before that?
Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House, Bly Manor, and then I finished Bly Manor, which that was insane.
Yeah, right? Was it really good?
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was insane. And then there's another one, but I can't remember the name of it.
There's one called Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass. I just started Midnight Mass.
So I never watched it because I didn't get good reviews about it.
Yeah.
But because they said it was kind of tweeny. But I just started watching it.
Yeah. How do you feel so far?
I fell asleep.
I did too.
So I only got through like maybe half of the first episode.
Yep, same.
So far, it's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, we'll see how it goes.
No, I agree with you completely.
But I know the guy that plays the main character, the priest.
Yeah.
He's always, like, I've seen him in other, like...
Same.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they actually have it's the same cast as the other ones.
Yeah.
Which, but and I like them all.
Yeah.
But that guy, the preacher, I woke up and he was preaching. I was like, okay, hey man.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Exactly. Exactly. I missed like half of that episode.
More than half of the episode.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I was on episode 3 and I didn't remember 1 through 2.
Exactly.
So
I was like, I knocked out. I put it on and fell asleep.
Yeah.
But No, I've been doing the same thing and just watching spooky stuff.
Yeah,
because that's just I'm
it's
in
the time of year.
Spooky season.
It's spooky season for the rest of the year in my head.
And to me, yeah, but also like I at least keep my decorations up until Thanksgiving, and then after that, it's all about Christmas because I do love the Christmas decorations.
So this is so funny. Christmas decorations for me last until June.
That makes sense
because I celebrate Christmas. And then when Black History Month comes around, I just swap out those ornaments. My Black History Month ornaments also have Juneteenth ornaments, so that's for Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And then I take the tree down.
There you go.
So, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was cute when the way you did that.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Thank you.
I liked it with all
I ended up ordering my mom some because her little tree, she was like, I want to do mine.
Yeah.
So
that's cute.
My mom, I think I've mentioned this before, I may not have. My mom has it's like a little corset top and it's like a little tree at the bottom. And she decorates it for every holiday that she like goes up for, which is most of them. So it's always decorated.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it's always
like
decorated.
Really cute.
So
I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah. What was that?
I don't know. It's just a piece of lint. I don't know. Oh. It may have been.
Probably is.
No biggie. Oh, it's like embedded.
Okay, yeah, cool. It's just gonna stay there.
That's fine.
We are around each other
too much.
Entirely way too much. Like same fucking manner. Look at us drinking the same time.
I'll wait until you're finished.
Anywho's in. Let's go ahead and talk about. First of all, I want to mention the text that I got from
please.
Because I'm sure he's gonna watch the recording. You sipped a little bit of lemonade you got left, girl.
Y'all, real quick, I spilled my whole thing of lemonade, and this isn't regular lemonade. This is premium.
This is
cocaina lemonade. Premium. And I spilled more than half of it. Anyway, please share what text you got.
So y'all have heard me talk about my narcissistic ex.
Who ain't shit.
Who really is not shit. Like, really is not shit. But
real quick,
you've heard me talk about him.
Just disclaimer. You hear people a lot on the internet talk about people ain't shit and they really not bad. Like maybe they just don't know how to communicate. Or maybe he really is not shit.
No, this guy we mean that really fully. Bad. Like, this guy is really, really bad.
Fully. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyways, this is the level of delusion this man has, right? So I stopped talking to him November of last year, right? It is now October. It has been a whole year. I think the last time I actually talked to him maybe was like January of this year or like December. I think it was like the beginning of December, honestly. And I have dog hair in my mouth. Anywho, so I had to block him. Mm-hmm. I had to block this man on every form of app, email, Facebook, Instagram, carrier pigeon. You've got it all. Like he's been blocked on everything. So he decided to make a Google number and try to reach out to me. And he knows I hate him because I have verbalized that to him before. So he knows, don't ever talk to me again. Like, leave me the fuck alone. That's it. He proceeds to make a Google number and text me, "Are you still mad at me?" Which my response was, "Depends on who you are." He said his name. And I was like, then yes, I am. Kindly fuck off. Like, just leave me the fuck alone.
I sent her a message back of me cackling.
She did. It was a whole voice note. Yeah. But I'm like, why? Your level of delusion, I have, like, my actions show that I absolutely want nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with you. I have verbally told you, leave me alone, and you reach out?
I'm telling you, girl.
You reach out?
He was just trying to check in and see, like, are you still dumb?
Are you still stupid?
Like, can I
slide like,
in?
Like a slip and slide. Like,
and he was like, stop, do not go.
Are you still dumb? And I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not. Actually, I'm smarter now.
Yeah.
So please leave me alone. Like, and it's just like, he caused so much damage with me mentally that I was genuinely afraid after I kicked him out of my house. Like, full fear. Bought a firearm. Like, I put a bar underneath my door. Like, I'm already a paranoid person as it is. But then on top of this, like, his movements and actions are so unpredictable. You just don't know. You don't know if he's going to show up at the house.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Crazy. And so many women go through this. And then I had somebody tell me, they asked me, they said, well, why don't you just get a restraining order? And I was like, what does that do? What does a restraining order do for women? I mean, I know of women, and I know women personally who have had restraining orders and have died.
So the thing about restraining orders, and I don't know if it's like a state thing, but I know in Nevada that it was like a really big thing to try to even get a restraining order.
Yeah.
And like if you went to, like, I had a situation where I went to the police station. I was like, I need to file a restraining order against this person, and they were like, well, what did he say? And I was like, this is what he said in the text message, and he's pretty much saying like, enjoy your last days of life.
Yeah.
And they said that because he didn't directly say, I am going to kill you, there was nothing they could do.
Exactly.
And so I was like, that's crazy, because he's clearly implying it, but because it wasn't direct, they were like, sorry, girl, have a good day, wish you the best.
Yeah.
And I told them flat out, I was like, if something happens to me, like if I die, that's on y'all.
Exactly.
Obviously I didn't, but
yeah,
my parents were funny though. They were real funny. They was like, we thought we was gonna have to ride out.
Girl.
I said, I could not.
Girl. I'm just like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that happens to women.
It does.
You know, we go to get an order of protection, which is a piece of paper, right? Say they come and they try to kidnap you, which also occurs. Like in our line of work, we actually get to witness this happening. We get to see the aftermath of these things occurring.
Yeah.
Family annihilators and stuff like that. Like we get to see that happen to women all the time. And it's just like, it's sad because it's like, what sort of protection do we have out there for ourselves? Which is the reason why I got a gun. And I was like, that's it. That's it.
That's what made for protection.
That's all I have. And I'm not afraid to use it if I need to. So I'm like, you know, it's crazy that we have to go through that because, you know, and a lot of men, the person that suggested the restraining order to me, he was like, well, I've known people who have it and it's worked. And I'm like, that doesn't happen often. How bad was the other person?
You know what I mean? That's like, a very rare occurrence, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Like I said, I don't know if the laws have been updated or changed or if it's state to state, but I know it has not been easy.
And I know in Florida in particular, I have dealt with the police when it comes to rape and sexual assault, and they're not helpful.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah.
I knock all of them. I don't like any of them. I'm very sorry to say that, but I do not like the cops, and I will try not to call them if I can.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, so there's not much that she can do outside of just making sure she protects herself in whatever way that looks like.
Yeah, because you never know. I mean, it's been almost a whole year, and you created another account to reach out to me. That on its own, crazy to me. It's just the coochie is too good, apparently. Like, God damn. If we ever in a bad situation, we always gotta make a joke.
Got to
on my back.
Got to.
Good job, bitch.
Got to. There's no other way around it.
There's no other way around it.
You gotta laugh at life. Life is already crazy enough. Like, why not?
Life is just so cool, though.
It's so cool, but it can be very trying.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful experience.
Those fucking experiences.
Every hard ass experience is beautiful in its own special way.
Yep.
So
yeah, but I needed to say that.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that out.
I did.
I'm glad you went off the way that you did, honestly.
I did,
because I know you've been holding that in and needing to get it out for your own closure.
Yes, I went off because when I was in that relationship, I felt very small and like I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And so I did. And I said all the mean things that I could think of at the time. And I don't regret it in any way. And usually I regret saying anything mean to anybody ever. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, I think,
yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. I don't know if I just poked the bear, but we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens. Anywho's.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say social, like we were talking about social media and how like people put certain things out on social media, and a lot of the skits and stuff that you're seeing, especially now, they're not real.
Yeah,
they're just not
100%.
We know that. Most people know that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can't even say that. Most people don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people truly believe what they see on there. They do. And it's just a skit.
But the thing that has been getting me lately is the amount of information that people are giving online.
Yeah.
Like there are some stories, family secrets, stuff that have happened to people, which I understand like helpful, and like we've shared our own shit, and I know some of that stuff we probably could have kept to ourselves and it's helpful, but some of these stories that people be sharing is way like keep that secret. It is for the clout. That is something that you die with.
Yeah.
Like
it's for the clout. They just want to be popular. They want instant fame. And I feel like that's the majority of what social media is today, is people just chasing that instant fame.
Yeah.
It's just chasing that, getting the spotlight, getting the I want to say, I'm just going to say the viral, I want to say virality. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Okay. And that's what they're looking for, is they want to be seen. And it's like I feel like social media is just FOMO.
Yeah.
It's FOMO.
No, I agree.
Fear of missing out. It's just people wanting to be seen and be there and told they're pretty and, you know, all of that, and be noticed.
Yeah. It is very interesting because some of these stories are like just so wild that you're like, ain't no way.
And why the fuck you put that about mama out there?
That's what I'm saying. Like you threw all of the family. You put all the family business out. Like you could have shared your own business. That's fine. But you shared everybody's tea.
That's crazy.
Like I watched one the other day. I was in it though. I was like, share the tea because I'm gonna keep watching it. But also like keep some of the stuff to yourself.
Yeah.
It was what was it? The girl was pregnant by her husband's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then I saw one today.
Yeah.
Where this girl had been dating this guy since they were like 17. They get engaged at some point or whatever.
Yeah.
And her mom has a kid, like ends up having a baby super late in life, all to find out that the baby is her fiance's.
That's crazy.
Because one time, actually multiple times, they was fucking around.
That's crazy.
And she popped up pregnant.
And she put that all out there?
She put all of that out there on the internet.
Oh my God. Why?
I was like, girl. But people
also,
were.
How accurate is that story?
Well, people were super. She put it on Reddit. I saw this on another podcast, and they were talking about it. And then I was looking at like where the story came from, and it was a Reddit story.
Yeah.
And apparently, Homegirl, they got updates and everything. Homegirl's been like struggling and like dealing with the backlash of that situation. But she says a lot of people have been super supportive and giving her words of encouragement and all that stuff, which is like cool. But it's also like, girl, you put all that out about not only your mother, your little baby brother, and your ex-fiance.
Yeah. How wild is that?
That mess was so crazy. I was blown when I was sitting there.
Like, why would you put that out there? Like that's my thing, is like, for what? And like, you could become the most hated person in the world, or, you could become the most popular person, or you could get hate mail or death threats and stuff.
You just
like
never
that.
know like
and
which way it'll go.
That people don't think about.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's just scary to think about, because you can find so much on the internet very easily. That the amount of information people put out there, you're just like, yo,
that's wild to me.
It's the stories for me. Like I'm nosy, so I'm like, yeah, what else happened? But also like,
girl, I will literally go, like, if I'm scrolling and I watch like a reel and it's like a part 2, I'm like, I gotta find part 1.
I go to the account.
I will go to the account and I will scroll all the way through until it says
we're
just
feeding
watched.
Into the reason why people keep posting it, but I can't help it. It's good, but also like, keep some of that shit private.
Seriously.
Stop sharing that with people.
Stop sharing that shit with
That is not for everybody.
Not everybody needs to hear it.
No.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. But I think it's just crazy cool how social media has progressed to where it is today.
Yeah.
Because like you think about like MySpace, right? And MySpace was like OG.
Well, let's take it back a little bit further to like just chat rooms, like Yahoo chat rooms and AOL and stuff like that.
I used to be up in them chat rooms talking to random people all the time. ASL.
My parents was
and I'm like fucking 13,
14. My parents were so concerned about me ending up naked on the internet for some reason.
So were mine.
I don't know.
Or being kidnapped.
So they like were really like, you can't do certain things on the internet. So chat rooms, I participate a little bit, but I don't really do chat rooms like that. I had a Black Panda for a little bit.
You know what?
A Black Panda for a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah. And then I had a MySpace and stuff like that. But
yeah.
They weren't having that. They was like, no, girl, you're not about to get snatched up over here.
Oh, for real? Because I was talking to pedophiles left and right. I knew it. Like now in my heart of hearts, like I knew I was.
Yeah.
And I was doing all sorts of crazy shit on there. My mom caught me and was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, whatever. And then AIM came out. And I was on AIM for a while and did that. And that's how I chatted with all the people.
Yeah.
And then,
Yahoo Messenger had me in a chokehold for a little bit.
Yeah. I never used Yahoo Messenger.
I did. Because that's where my email account was through. And
But then MySpace, and to go from like MySpace and like the craziest thing on MySpace is like, your top 8.
That used to cause so much beef and problems with people.
So much drama with your MySpace.
Why am I not in your top 8 anymore? Why am I number 3? Why
did you do this? Girl.
If you don't leave me alone, it's the goddamn internet.
Yeah, or if you didn't have the right song on your MySpace, it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Or if it was like, and then I was a whole coder. I coded my whole page.
I was a professional coder. Where did that skill go, yo?
Facts.
I took a coding class when I first moved out here because I was going to work for this company that was looking for biotech. So they were looking for biology people, but also people that could do coding and shit. And I tried.
Girl.
I tried.
I learned how to do HTML and CSS through Codecademy.
That's where I went through, Codecademy. And I was like, Codecademy, I don't understand you. And Codecademy was like,
yeah. I love them because they were free. At the time, they were free.
Yeah, they were free at the time.
Now you have to pay some sort of thing for it. But
I couldn't do it. I tried. I went through a couple of different lessons and stuff, and I was like, I don't understand. My brain was just not.
Yeah.
Which was weird because I was so good on MySpace.
Yeah.
I had the things floating down, and I had the song. Actually, one of my best friends, the reason we even got cool is because my song on MySpace was, she liked it, and that's how we ended up getting cool.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so.
That's so funny.
But I had all that shit.
Yeah, but to go from that, and then to Facebook, and then Instagram, well, I think Twitter came out.
Snapchat was in there. Twitter was in there.
Snapchat came out. And it's just like all of these things. And I think it's just, I don't knock people for using filters because I use filters.
I will talk about that.
I like filters. I think they're cool. But some of these filters, some of them completely change your whole face. The whole face. And like I did a post the other day or just put a story because I was like, this is not what I look like. And I used one of those filters that like made my nose thinner and my eyes were done and I had big lips. And I was like, I don't have big lips. My lips are nice, but I don't have big old fucking juicy lips like that.
Yeah.
These things made me look like I had like all this. But when I did that and I was looking at it, I was like, everybody's face is the fucking same. Everybody's face is the same. And like, this is supposed to be the beauty standard now, is to look like this. And if you don't look like this, then there's a filter to make you look like this so you can represent yourself as looking like this on the internet. And it's crazy.
I will say I am a recovered filter person. I can't even say recovered because I still use filters, but I used to use filters all the time because my skin's really bad.
Yeah.
And back then it was so bad, and it's super textured. It's always been textured. It's clearing up now. So, but it was always bad. So I was one of those people that was like filtered out to be damned. Like if I couldn't find a filter, I might airbrush something because I just wasn't happy with, how my skin looked. Now I don't really give 2 pieces of a fuck, but I just don't. I don't care. This is how I look. In person, you're going to see me and be like, damn, your skin is not blurry and you don't have pink eyeshadow on all the time. I don't understand.
All the time, yeah.
But I was one of those people, and I understand what you're saying because it changes the form of your face completely, especially with a lot of the filters now.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I actually saw this girl today. She was on a video. She was talking about some, the beauty standards change as time goes on.
Yeah.
And so you may be ugly in this frame of time.
Yeah.
But just tell people you're from the future. I was like, yes.
I'm going to tell people
I'm a baddie in the future. I was like, yo.
I cannot. That's a really good mindset.
It was a good mindset. But yeah, I mean, the beauty standards have definitely, they shift. And it's so funny because I was actually talking about this the last time we did an episode.
Yeah.
Everybody's starting to look alike.
Yeah, they
like
look
body wise, like, and it's so interesting because I just think of people's natural bodies and how much hate people got for them, myself included, for just being built the way that we were built. And now like everybody's striving for that
pear shape, that ass with the titties. It's all about the ass now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the 90s, you could have absolutely no ass, no tits, and be the most beautiful thing in the whole world.
And if you were like thicker, people were like, ugh.
Exactly.
Now it's like you want somebody to be a little bit thicker, but they're like the proportions are not realistic.
It's not.
But plastic surgery is making it realistic for everybody, but everybody's getting the same ready-made body.
It's like the fucking houses. It's like when you go into like some of these fucking communities.
Weeds. It reminds me of weeds.
It does. It's literally, all the houses are literally the same. And it's Cracker Jack box.
Yeah.
Houses, anywho's name. Fresh. But that's how, I mean, and it's like, that's how it is now. And it's like these women and men too.
Yeah.
You have to look this way and this way. Like, I do not have a fat ass. One day I hope to have one. I work on building it when I see fit, but I'm not pressed. I don't need to look like everybody else in the world. I got cute little cupcakes. They chill. They're there. They exist. I got tiny titties. Like, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy because it's like, because social media is so present and it's such at the forefront of everybody's lives, except for those random few people that don't have a phone or don't use the apps or whatever.
Media, yeah.
But it is literally at the forefront of almost everybody's lives. And it's like, especially with women, you have to present yourself and look a certain way on there. And it's like, when you use those filters and you do these things, like you look like every other person. You don't look uniquely you anymore.
Right.
And it's like, nobody has, at least to me, nobody has that uniquely you look, and it's just crazy.
No, it's crazy. I think that's what makes people so cool is that everybody looks very different, and the fact that like everybody is there was a show or a movie or something that I saw, and it was literally people kind of moving in a factory, and it was like shooting out people. It was like different
was
people.
It a cartoon?
It was a cartoon.
Yeah.
And
it was like a black and white cartoon.
Yes, and they were just like building people.
Yeah.
And then those people would go on and they would filter off into jobs.
Yeah.
And then they would filter off into relationships. They would get married, and then everybody would move into the same house. It was an old cartoon, but like that's low key what's kind of the vibe.
But did you see that episode of Rick and Morty where he gets the planet pregnant?
Yeah.
And then they built the whole thing,
and they were just shooting out people.
That's literally what it is. I'm like, we're just shooting people out.
Yeah.
But everybody's the fucking same. Nobody has the uniqueness beauty anymore. So it was like when I was on the dating apps, I met up with a couple people, and I met up with a couple women or couples or whatever, and it's mostly the women where it's like, I would meet them and I'm like, that's not what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you look like.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get me wrong. I will use one of those light filters just to clear my skin, but my facial features and my structure of my face is the exact fucking same.
Right.
But these Snapchat filters and everything, like she sent me a bunch of pictures and I met her and I was like,
who are you? Where's the bitch I met on the phone?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Anytime I saw filters on anybody's shit, I was like, no. I'm not talking to you.
I mean, honestly, that's how a lot of people like go about dating. Like, I know a lot of men do the same thing because they were like, I don't know what this bitch is gonna look like without a filter.
Yeah,
and it'd be a whole new human being, and you'd be like,
who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
They're holding the phone like
they're like, wait a second, which filter did you use?
Right? Who are you?
I'm not opposed to filters.
Yeah, like, I mean, I use filters still. I still love them. I've gotten some really creative with some filters and taken some really cool, like artsy photos.
Yeah.
I try to go away from the ones that change my face completely.
Yeah.
Because I like my features. I like, I like
You're
how
very
I look.
Beautiful.
Thank you, girl.
You're welcome.
You too.
Thanks.
But I try to, keep the things as they are. But yeah, I mean, I was a filter whore. I
did too. Especially back in the day when I didn't like the way I looked.
I mean, like up until like maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I used heavy filters.
Yeah.
If I took pictures of myself, which.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting because social media does make it seem like you have to look like this, you have to be like that. And it's rough because, you have people that are younger and they're seeing.
There's comments.
They're seeing themselves and they're not realizing that they're beautiful.
I got captured.
For sure.
Yeah. 100%.
But you're not seeing the beauty in everything that you are, the individuality. And I think that's what's kind of interesting because as people are becoming more uniformed, I guess you could say, everybody's
Cracker
losing
Jack
their
boxes.
correct, right. Everybody's losing their individuality, but they're also losing their authenticity with everything that they're putting out. And I feel like it's like going hand in hand, which is so interesting.
It is. It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense to me. But I also think it's very sad.
It's very sad.
I think it's yeah.
Boop.
I did. I've been catfished quite a few times. Actually.
I have as well. I'll never forget, speaking of catfish, when I first moved out here, I hopped on the dating apps, much to my, I didn't want to, but I did. And I met up with this dude that was like, oh, I'm like, which first of all, I don't really give a fuck about height, to be completely honest with you. I don't. Yeah. I don't care. My person might be a short person. I don't care.
Yeah.
But he put on his profile that he was like 6'3", 6'4". And we met up, and I remember him being like shorter than me by a lot, which again wouldn't have been an issue to begin with. But like, say that.
I'm sorry. When men say they're 6 foot, you are immediately 5'10". You're immediately 5'10" to me. Please go get a measuring tape and measure yourself. If you say you're 6 foot, you're immediately 5'10".
But
I get it. We use filters. You can say you're 6 foot. It's fine.
Yes. Oh,
but also, yeah.
But it was just so interesting because I looked at him and I was like, "Who are you? The same person that you know we've been talking?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I turned around and I went home.
Yeah.
But it's just it's interesting.
It is.
I'm 6 foot and measure 6 foot.
Hey, look at you go. Proud of you. At least you're one of the honest ones, because I've met too many. I've met too many who are not.
Yeah, come on, 6 foot.
Look at that.
Come on, I'm 6 foot.
Yes.
I'm also 5'11", so
Baddies unite. Hey, but yeah. But yeah. It's just crazy the way the beauty standards are today.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to look like everybody else. I want to look like me. I got a little bit of a muffin top. I got little boobies, not a big, I got cupcakes for cheeks, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
I have fully gotten into the appreciating the differences in myself from other people.
Yeah.
I just love it. And it makes me so sad to see everybody look the same.
I know.
Whether it's the same type of hairstyles. I'm talking about, like, granted, I'm not knocking people that wear weaves and wigs and nothing like that, because I was definitely one of them girlies for a very long time. But like, everybody's doing the same styles, the same little swoopies, the same little, 40-inch bust down. Like, everybody got the same styles. And I'm like, that's cool.
But like, maybe be unique.
Or everybody's getting
caterpillar eyelashes.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For real.
It's just like, I am such like.
Thank you for participating in this conversation. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, seriously.
We really do.
I just like natural beauty when it comes to men and women, because I also know, men don't do a whole lot, but I do know men who do go the extra mile of like getting the extra stuff and so on and so forth. And I'm just like, I'm like, I enjoy aging. I'm cool with having wrinkles on my face. I'm cool with that. I ain't opposed to a little Botox here and there. Maybe when I get older, cool. But I don't need my lips to be bigger. My lips are the way that they are because genetics. I don't fucking know, but they are. And it's just like, I don't need to have the same lip proportion. Like, I watch like these makeup, like reels and tutorials and stuff like that. And some of these women have so much lip filler in their lips, which is cool. I'm not knocking that. Like, if that's what you like, great, enjoy that. But when it's so many women, and I'm like, you are really altering yourself so that you can look like the other bitch who was just doing her makeup. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why? And you want to know what it is? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You want to know what it is? A lot of these features, I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
A lot of these features
are from
Black people.
There we go.
A lot of these features are from Black people. A lot of these features that white women are trying to
emulate.
Thank you. I was going to say envelop, and I was like, that's not it. Emulate are ethnic features.
I remember being a kid and being told my lips was too big. I remember being a kid and being told my eyes was too big. I remember being told that I couldn't wear lipstick because my lips was too big. And now everybody got big ass lips. Everybody want big ass eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's crazy.
So
you want to know what's funny is, like, I had somebody teach me how to put lip liner on when I was younger. she couldn't do my bottom lip because it was too big, but she was white. She had like them thin, you know, like they like they don't exist lip,
Yeah.
you know, it was like one of these. But you know, she was like, I can't, it's just like too big underneath. I don't know how to get under there. And I was like,
Girl.
it's not even that. Do you see my lips? They're normal.
One of the
like,
weirdest trends for me with makeup is the overlining of the lips. So you have somebody that's got like a lip right here, but their liner is like all the way up here,
way up to their nose line.
Like, people can see that.
Yeah,
like I can see that your lip is not there.
Exactly.
I don't care how hard you blend.
Yeah,
I
but
can see
like
it.
there's a good way to do it, because I be doing it because I want my top lip to match my bottom.
I get
lip,
it, but yours is only a little bit. I mean, I've seen girls outline like it would be like me taking where my top lip is and outline up here.
Yeah,
talk about something that's my whole lip. Like
it's really sad to see that women feel the need that they have to alter themselves completely to fit this new beauty standard that's pushed by social media.
If they could just
ultimately pushed by men, like, let's be real, like it was ultimately pushed by men.
I don't know. And the only reason I say that is because the look of women that everybody is kind of fixing themselves to be is put on by women who are choosing to put that out. You know what I mean?
The majority of plastic surgeons are men.
They are.
The majority of the advertisements that are coming out from these male plastic surgeons are created by men.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. Okay, we
just get sucked into it.
That's true.
We just get sucked into it.
That is true. I don't know. I just feel like, what did he say? It's not pushed by me. It's you specifically.
How fucking dare you push this shit? No, I'm just playing.
Honestly, they are. A lot of men are very vocal about it. That's why I was saying I don't think it is pushed by men that much, because a lot of the things that women like, men are like, I hate that shit.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like your average man. I'm talking about like the corporations and conglomerates that push these things out, and the advertisements are primarily ran by men. They are primarily ran by men.
I hear you.
And it's just like, it's crazy, because it's like, yeah, I mean, then you also have that female competition of like, well, she looks like that, I've got to look like that. You know, and it just makes me sad.
No, it definitely makes me sad.
Because I'm like, girl, you're beautiful. You don't need to do all this if you really want to, you know, and that's going to make you happy.
Honestly, homegirl, wait a couple of years. You'll probably be in style.
Facts.
It'll be fine.
Your body shape will be
It'll be in style. We about to be out soon. Like, they're going to be like, everybody need to be skinny again. People are going to be like, oh, fuck. And they got to take out all the implants and shit and be like, well, damn.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of people are starting to
That's what I'm saying.
Take out their BBLs.
Everybody's taking out their stuff because they're like, I want to be more natural again. And it's like,
you know, I thought about getting my titties done because I didn't like them. I got made fun of for it. Like, the first person I was ever sexually active with, they made fun of my tits. My boobs are small. They're not big. But I'm like, you know, I always thought about it. I was like, maybe I could. But then I thought long and hard about it. And I was like, I started really researching. And I was like, a lot of the side effects to this shit too are hella dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie. I seen somebody today that had some really good implants.
Yeah,
great implants.
I've been with quite a few people who have great implants. But silicone, like, it's, you know, but also read it out loud, girl.
Oh, I mean, people can see it. It's interesting because the men push the centers, but men are the most part of not included in it. That is true.
That's true.
That is very true.
Yeah, that's true.
Good point.
I mean, I've been with, don't get me wrong, I have gone on dates with men who looks were very, very, very important to them. I've known men and friends, and I have family members where looks are very, very important to them. I have a particular family member who's very, you hear my dad's knocked the fuck out. Knocked out. I have a particular family member who's very much wants his wife to look a certain way and present a certain way.
And how does he appear?
You know, average white man.
I just asked because I remember speaking with the man. Huh?
He ain't that cute.
Speaking with the man who was like, I don't need my woman to look like this. I need my woman to look like that. She can't be this. She can't be that. And then I looked at him and I was like, bro,
you ugly as shit.
You look like you pregnant. How are you going to tell anybody that they need to be slim and fit when you look like you about to pop any second?
Facts.
That's wild.
Facts.
The nerve.
It's crazy. It's just crazy to me. I just feel like, look, my word of advice to people, use the filters, don't use the filters, whatever the fuck you want to do, ladies. Who cares? Or men, whatever you guys want to do. But also like learn how to love yourselves, because that's where it's the most important.
Yeah.
Because learn how to love the little boobies or the big boobies or the saggy boobies
or the bad
or the
skin,
face or the wrinkles or the
whatever.
thin hair or whatever the fuck it is. Learn how to love yourself for who you are, and then do the things that you want to do, but also don't look like everybody else, man.
Like I love how I look. I
Same.
also will do my eyelashes because I like doing my eyelashes. I don't get some of them because they look crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my eyelashes, and I accept that about myself. And I think like people just need to understand, like, be you, be your individual person, be your authentic, true self.
100%.
And if you just wait a couple of years, you'll be in style.
You'll be in style.
So
little
you can
boobies
do
and
that.
tiny cupcakes will be in style soon. I know it. I'm here.
What is he?
I'm here for
What
it.
did he say?
Wait, what?
Women do the same things.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we were talking about when he said when that came up. Sorry.
I don't know.
What do we do? What do we do?
Read the next one.
They want their men 6'2", 3".
Listen, don't get on the smut. All right? Because the smut is great.
A shadow daddy?
A shadow daddy? I'll take it.
I'll take a shadow daddy.
You come swoop me up to the magical fairyland.
Yeah, I'll take a shadow daddy.
I want to be a queen. Oh, it's true though. It's true though, because women also do have those crazy standards. They really do. When it comes to men have to be tall. And
yeah, they do.
Like, don't get me wrong. I have my own personal set of standards. I will not be with somebody who's the same height as my ex-husband. You gotta be a little bit taller than me.
Honestly,
for me, it's just for
I don't
me.
Care.
Because I just feel like I will just during sex just swallow the person alive. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Honestly,
uncomfortable makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I normally try to go for a more solid type of person.
Yeah.
Because if they're too skinny, I'm gonna probably smother them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm open. Whoever likes me, I'm like, you like me? Okay, let's try it.
Facts.
I might like you.
I'm not opposed. I won't knock somebody down as long as they're cool people. But I would like a little bit taller than me, though.
It's so funny. Like, I thought about it because I was like, do I really want somebody that's taller than me? Does it matter? Da, 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 da. And I was like, honestly, not really. I don't really care.
So you could be with somebody who's 4'11"?
Probably not 4'11". 5 foot, though. I probably could do 5 foot. Hop on my back, baby. Where we going? Backpack. Fucking 10.
That little Dora the Explorer out
here. Backpack. I don't care. I really don't care. I have dated people who were 5'4". I have dated people that were 6'5". I have dated people all the way in between.
Yeah.
I don't really care. If you treat me well and you fuck with me like I fuck with you, then we cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care about that.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think it's important, but I do know a lot of women do have that standard, and I see it all the time on. I do want to transition real quick to these pop balloon dating shows, social media still, but I want to talk about it. But you see on these shows a lot, on dating shows in general, where they're like, I need my man to be over 6'3". I need him to do this. I need him to make this. I need him to do this, this, and that. And you'd be like, girl, how tall are you? She's like, I'm 5 foot, but he needs to be 6'5" at the minimum.
The bare man.
The bare man is 6'3".
Professional athlete. I need
and you're like, girl, what do you do? And they're like, I'm a cashier at Burger King. And you're like, bitch,
I'm an influencer.
I'm an influencer. You're like, okay, girl, that's cool. And I get it. Everybody has their preference. You do,
Facts,
you like
100%.
who you like, you want what you want. But like, you don't have to. I feel like a lot of people are missing out on their person because they are trying to keep these standards of beauty that 100%. They think for men and women that they're supposed to have. And it's like, y'all might be missing out on your blessings. Like, your man or woman might be a short king or queen.
Yeah.
They might be a giant. You never know.
You never know. I've had a short king fuck me over and I've had a tall guy fuck me over. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't. It doesn't matter the height. It don't matter. It does not matter. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for sure. So the balloon pop shows, which is what I was gonna go to next, them shits crazy. And they will have these people going. We did get there. Okay. They will have the people doing. So have you ever watched them?
No.
All right. So what it is, there's one specifically that actually is decent-ish. It's by Arquette. I think her name is Arquette something. And they have a lineup of men or women, and they have balloons. And then they'll have a person walk in, and they'll either, the person based off of looks will decide if they want to pop the balloon or not. And then they'll kind of continue going through questions and talking to them and getting their opinion on the person and seeing if they're a match at all.
Yeah.
So the first time they do it, normally the girls or guys will be like, pop, 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 pop. Sometimes on her show specifically, they're really nice about it, and they'll actually wait till this person speaks.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I want to see what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because the thing people forget is looks do fade. Some people do stay looking fine forever. And as long as they look fine to you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, looks do fade, man.
They do fade. But if you're with a good person that you like fuck with, then you're with a good person that you fuck with.
Yeah.
But they go through this line and they pop the balloons, they ask these questions and things like that, and they decide if they want to date at the end. If somebody is still left with the balloon and they agree, they'll go on a date and move on.
Yeah.
One couple they actually had on that show, they went on a date and they've been together ever since, and he proposed on like one of the reunion shows. It was super cute.
That's cute.
But there's other versions of that show and they are not as good.
No,
and it is literally
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the balloon popping ones. I've seen the one where they have like the blindfolds on. And then they come in and they're like, oh, I've got to like touch your face or whatever and kill you. And then the girl's like trying to measure his height to her. And I'm like, for what? For what?
And you know what's so funny? Because you see a lot of these conversations and people get pissed every time. But the guy, they'll be like, I need my guy to be like this. And the guy's like, okay, cool. And then they'll be like, how much do you weigh?
Oh.
And they'd be like, I don't understand why you would ask me that. That is so rude. And it's like,
oh my God. It's just like the double standards.
Yeah, the double standard is
double
doubling.
standards with men and there's double standards with women.
There is.
Especially when it comes to beauty. And I'm just like, you're right. I mean, people are missing out. They could be missing out on their potential soulmate or their partner or their life partner or the person they're most compatible just because it doesn't fit into this weird
box of what they think.
Box of like this critique on what it should be. And I'm just like, it's just wild to me.
I remember being.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to ever date somebody who's fucking 5'6", toothless, and has no hair.
I mean, there's other criteria,
but
height is not one for me. But like, obviously, if you ain't got no teeth. You got to have some teeth.
We got some problems. I need at least 2 teethuses in the front.
No, you need to have a whole for all your teeth need to be in. You could be missing your wisdom teeth. You could be missing that side one in the far back. I'm cool with that.
None of that bothers me.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I need you to have some sort of teeth in the front. You can't be out here looking like you ain't got no teeth,
or get some veneers or some dentures. I don't give a fuck. Pop them bitches out when you need to.
There's a level of standard, but it's just I feel like a lot of it's being a lot now.
Yeah, I feel like it's being pushed. Like, you need to like this, you need to like that, and it's like, but I don't like that. I don't want that. Balance is key. We live in a world where
people.
Oh Lord, this is John. Balance is key. We live in a world where people follow all the people around and get their personalities from them.
That's true.
Their dreams and goals from them.
That
is an interesting.
I agree.
Take. Yeah.
I don't know about the autistic people.
I
feel like we're all a little autistic.
There we go.
I just feel like we're all a little autistic.
Honestly,
I do autistic shit all the time.
Were you in GATE or like the gifted program when you were in school?
Yeah.
Most of us that were fucked up as adults.
I also hand flap.
You what?
I hand flap.
What the fuck is hand flap?
When I get really excited.
Oh. What the hell is hand flap?
flap?
I do this a lot. And I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'll do like this a lot.
Yeah.
Like I was watching some of our videos and a lot of the videos I'm like this.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
You know what? You're probably right though. Again, I think we're all a little autistic though.
Honestly.
Again, do you need to see the hand flap again?
I did get excited
in the kitchen the other day because I had my sweater on, and you know, like when the sweater's like long, that's my favorite part.
Oh yeah,
I get like really excited, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna eat? I want cereal. It's like I do autistic shit here and there.
Girl, I only wear black socks. Mostly. I can't.
You know though, it's been I know it's a little change of topic, but I figured we maybe close on this little piece.
Okay.
Only because this is just something I found out. Did you know that
she's tapping in?
Did you know that actually most autistic people, they have more neural synapses in their brains. Like what ends up happening is when you're born, you have all these neurons and the neural synapses and all of that are there, and you have an abundance of them. And then after about probably age 3 to 4, you lose the majority of them. And they're like, actually, we don't need this money. Autistic people don't have that. They just continue to have those extra neurons in the in your nervous system, which is the reason why they have oversensitivity and stuff like that, which is why a lot of them are a lot more smarter or like more creative and stuff like that. But they do have a lot of that because they didn't go through the cleansing process that a lot of people have gone through.
Nerd. So
I am though.
No, that's really cool. Smells like burnt popcorn.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on. Everyone has a crush, but for real, when you're around these people, you can smell their brain misfiring and smoking. Yo,
I
smells like burnt popcorn. Shut up.
Not burnt popcorn. That's the worst kind of smell.
I can't. Can it be something that smells decent?
No,
That's wild.
He proved his point though.
No,
because I literally the imagery was beautiful. Like I immediately
message received.
I immediately pictured it. But oh my god, that's funny.
That is such an interesting. Did you know? I did not know that, so that's cool.
Yeah, I just found that out. I was reading it in a PubMed article.
Ooh, speaking of, god damn, I don't have my phone.
What?
I wanted no, we could do that for a different episode. Never mind.
Okay. But yeah, that's where I learned it from. And I was like, that's actually a really interesting concept, because essentially maybe autistic people will be the new way of the world as we continue to progress. Like maybe that's just something that's no longer needed to cleanse out all of those neurons and wipe those out, that this is just a form of evolution, because more and more people are coming out to be autistic and being found on the spectrum.
It's so interesting because a lot of people, okay. So I'm curious as to,
I live for these conversations.
Not as to why, because I feel like I know why.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that now that there has become testing for it, that people are getting tested, because it's like they're like, oh, so many people are coming out with it, but it's like if you have nothing to test it with, people probably been had it. Everybody had somebody in their family that was like a little bit different, and it was probably something. But
I had a great aunt that was kept in the attic.
What life did you live?
Wasn't in my house. Wasn't in my house.
That's
she
wild.
was mentally ill. They kept her in the attic.
That is wild. But you think about what was I saying?
Sorry.
Aunt in the attic.
Everybody's getting tested for
everybody's getting tested, and they're like, everybody's like coming out with having found out that they have some type of autism or whatever on the spectrum, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, probably because we didn't have a way to really test it back then, which is like with anything that has to do with your body. There's just the advances in technology and medicine and things have changed. So it is very interesting that people are, but I actually spoke with people recently, and they were like, yeah, I just found out that I've been autistic since I was a kid, and it made so much sense, and things tied up for me, and And I was like, I mean, honestly, most of us probably are
100%
honestly
in some form or another.
We all have, like, it's just
either you're on the spectrum or you're neurodivergent, or
the spectrum is a spectrum for a reason, and wherever you lie is where you lie.
It's just the food in the American school system. Honestly, John, you and I can have that conversation all you want. If this is John, I feel like this is John. But I'm just like, because I love having that fucking conversation.
It's just the food in the American school system.
Listen, I really feel like the food. Anyway,
the American school system. Period. End of conversation. Because because what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'll never forget being overseas and being in the 6th, 7th grade, coming back to America, going to classes, and seeing how far behind they were.
Oh, I know.
And I just remember being like, why are we learning this? I think I was in like the 8th something grade. We were learning stuff that I learned in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
When I was in 10th grade, I was learning stuff that I learned in the 7th. I was like, what is happening?
When I moved down from New York to Florida, I had to redo a year
Really?
Because of the way the school system was down here.
And you know what I absolutely hate is the fact that the school systems are different from state to state.
Yeah.
Because you have like in California, we had, I don't remember what the exam was called. It was called something. It's pretty much an exit exam like most places have.
Mhm.
I don't know if they still do, but it was an exit exam in California. I had to retake it when I went to Vegas because their standards of schooling are different.
Yeah.
Which is crap because Nevada had the lowest.
That's crazy.
For a while, they had the lowest percentage.
That is so crazy.
It was bad. It was very bad.
We're too busy learning Shakespeare for 4 years.
Honestly, the spectrum bar has just gotten lower to include everybody on the spectrum.
I just think it's more information. It's just more.
I think there's just more. Yeah, people are finding out
things.
about. Yeah, I agree. I think people are finding out about different things and learning different things and kind of diving deeper into a topic that they didn't really know much about, especially medically.
Yeah.
You just
it's like when you are in biology and you learn about phylums and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and just kind of like species and genres and genres.
Yeah. And nobody could understand it, so they turned.
I cannot.
Not Shakespeare for 4 years. Honestly, though, like, why were we? He's gonna go to work. Why did we learn about Shakespeare? Because where was the truth about all the shit that was happening in America? Where was that?
I didn't learn about Shakespeare like that.
We learned about all the. I remember reading freaking the Iliad and the I know that wasn't but like the what's the other one?
Macbeth?
No, well, yeah, Macbeth and not the Odyssey. That's what I was thinking of before, but Hamlet and Othello and like Midsummer Night's Dream. Why the fuck did I learn that for?
Girl, we read Animal Farm.
I remember Animal Farm.
Oh my God, what is the other book?
He is getting that sleep.
Out.
I'm so jealous.
Oh my God. Anywhoozle, it's been it is almost 9 o'clock.
Oh, it is.
We've been
that was 1 year of American government where we got up to A.
Facts.
I took AP government and I learned nothing.
I took AP government too, and I took because I needed electives in college, so I took historical something or whatever. But it was off of the structure of how the government was, and that's when I learned about a lot of that. But anywhoozle, then look at us go! High five!
Thanks, Sean, for participating in this conversation because we weren't really sure what we were going to continue talking about. So thank you for allowing us to be able to have a convo.
Talking because we just haven't done a live in a while. So
I'm down.
It's cool. Oh no! I mean, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
But like, I could.
Oh, okay. There was one thing I did want to say though about schooling. This is going to be super random, but I just want to talk about it because I was in an English AP class and I remember us doing literary devices. We had like whole books and jingles and shit like that. And this is so random, but I was listening to a song today. I love when songs have different literary devices in them, like specific literary devices in them. I
100%
love it. Like there's that Pete and Bass song that has alliteration. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
And there's what was that group called? I don't remember the name of the group, but it's like a jazzy type of group or whatever. They had a song that was called Batman, and it was the whole entire song was alliteration, and they did it in alphabetical order. And I was I was like, oh,
I
love it so much. Anyway,
nerd.
Yeah, I am a nerd. I loved it so much. But yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you for being here. Thanks especially for John for participating.
Our only participant.
Shout out to you. We love it. But we're going to go back to doing this every Thursday. It's definitely going to happen. We just needed to take a little hiatus to get ourselves together.
Yes.
So thanks for your patience. You'll start seeing more clips and stuff on social media. That's my job. I've been shit at it. I'm going to get better. I pinky promise. Deidre. But anywhoozle. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good shit. This is going to be edited and cut and pasted and all that, whatever Deidre does, and she's going to put that on YouTube. But if you want to see the full clip of the entire live, it's going to be on our Patreon. We are still in the works and process of creating a whole other section as well. That's going to like maybe some mini episodes or something like that we're also going to be putting on Patreon. So, tell your friends, fam, have people watch us. We're going to be here every Thursday starting between 7:30 and 8. We might start at 7:30 or we might start at 8. Just depends on where we're at. But we'll definitely always be on at 8. So
we're going to go with the vibes.
It's all vibes here, baby.
All vibes.
All vibes. But anyways, thanks again. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.